Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me for your daily collective reading. For this reading, I'm going to focus on the potential opportunities that are coming your way or opportunities that you can create or cultivate based on your skill sets, your experiences, and your perspectives, okay? So, Spirit Guides, what opportunities can the collective look forward to at the time of this reading? What opportunities that can the collective look forward to with the next 24 to 48 hours? These readings are typically timeless, so whenever you get to it, the messages should apply to you. Okay, opportunities for the collective for the next 24 to 48 hours. What opportunities can they create? Dawn of love. Love is rising on the horizon of your life. Slow down to relax. Break to enjoy the beauty around you. Okay, so we have two Venus energies here. Relaxation, beauty, taking a break, dawn of love. Love is rising on the horizon of your life. I believe that this is an indication that some of you guys are learning how to love yourself. You're practicing self-care. You're nurturing your body, your mind, your energy. You're protecting your peace. You're taking care of your body both internally and externally. And because of this, you may be attracting or manifesting a new love opportunity or a creative endeavor. Now, love doesn't always have to be romantic. It could be familial, it could be friendships, but we'll see what the other cards have to say as it pertains to this message. I'm going to use the Heaven and Earth Tarot deck for more information. Spirit Guides, what opportunities does the collective have for the next 24 to 48 hours, please? Opportunities for the collective for the next 24 to 48 hours. Thank you very much. These are either opportunities you're manifesting or creating for yourself. This is harmonious change. The Two of Pentacles. Harmonious change. I mentioned earlier that some of you guys have started to experience more self-love. You're taking care of yourself. You are healing yourself. You could be nurturing yourself in different ways. You're learning how to love yourself. The Two of Pentacles here. I feel like this is external and internal. So this is you healing yourself internally and externally. Some people do not understand that there is a connection between our inner being and our external being. So someone who wants love may focus on their physical appearance without dealing with their internal experiences, their internal health, their emotional health, their mental health. So they believe that they look good, or if they look good, then they'll attract the love that they want, and that is not the case. We have the Nine of Pentacles, material gain. We have a lot of earth energy here. And I mentioned Venus earlier, Venus ruling the signs of Taurus and Libra. So yeah, with this Two of Pentacles, you guys are learning how to create a sense of balance, Venus, or homeostasis between the internal and the external. So earlier I mentioned an example of someone who's taking care of their physical body externally, but their insides are dysfunctional, toxic, and insecure. Conversely, this could be someone who has worked on their inner beauty, their inner health, their mental health, but physically they have neglected their bodies. They're not exercising. They're not eating right? They're not in the best shape, or they're not adorning their body properly. With Venus, you have to take care of both the internal and the external, the psychological and the physical. Okay? And I think you're learning how to do that. And as a result, you're manifesting abundance, either in love or relationships or other opportunities here. So you're changing. This is cardinal energy. This is mutable energy. So you're definitely changing, and you could have been feeling stagnant for quite a while. You could have hit rock bottom, or you could have been stubborn and resistant to change because of conditioning and programming, and perhaps your external conditions or environment did not reflect the lifestyle or the your goals, or I guess the vision you have for yourself. And so you could have become disillusioned. You could have lost inspiration or motivation. You could have lost hope. But you're changing now. This is like a practical material change, but I think it's changing your physical state, your physical body. You're changing your frequency and your energy to manifest and attract abundance. So there was a misalignment with your external reality and your internal reality. Now they're coming together. They're coalescing with this Two of Pentacles. There's an order. There's a balance here that's being created. Like someone juggling. When you juggle, there's a rhythm. There's oscillation. Venus represents rhythm, rhythmic movements, patterns. You're changing your patterns. Psychological, lifestyle. Everything's changing around you because you're changing. Dawn of love. You're falling in love with yourself, and thus you're creating abundance and opportunities for peace, security, prosperity. You guys could have decluttered your home or cleaned up extensively very recently. You guys could have closed a chapter in a love relationship. You could have released some tension here. There was fixed energy that was being released. Fixed earth is Taurus. So there could have been resistance to change because you didn't want to lose power. You felt like if you changed, you would lose power. You would lose stability. When in actuality, your stubbornness and that stagnant energy was forcing you to change. Because at some point you were creating conditions that were unsatisfying because you didn't want to change. And now you're being forced to change because you don't like what you're seeing because of your stubbornness and your resistance to change. You have to be adaptable and malleable. And I think you learned this. You learn how to let go of fear, of being controlling, of insecurity, Taurus, Venus energy. You've learned how to go with the flow when it comes to life in general, even yourself. So this is you falling in love with yourself, falling in love with life and the potential, your potential even. This may not manifest as a love relationship initially, but at some point, you're going down that path. At some point, your external reality will reflect your internal reality. Before, there was a dysregulation or an imbalance. So, before, again, you may have had like all the accoutrements of success and comfort and luxury, but internally you were depressed, angry, fearful, anxious, and so you could not manifest a love relationship, right? You were repelling people with your energy. Or on the other hand, you could have focused so much on your internal well-being that you neglected the external. And so you were still repelling love, because even though being a good person is nice, human beings, we are biological creatures, and attraction is still visceral. It's instinctual and it's primal. And so if you look like you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to attract someone who wants to take care of you or who wants to be around you. Okay? We have the Wheel of Fortune, positive change, ending of old cycles. This is fixed energy here. Pluto just entered Aquarius, a fixed air sign. This is you radically changing your perspectives about the world, about yourself, about love. Especially if Pluto was making a square, a conjunction, or an opposition to your Venus while it was in Capricorn. Pluto may now be making a more supportive aspect to your Venus or your Jupiter. We'll see. We have the Hermit card. Yeah. After a lot of self-reflection and healing, you have realized that holding on to whatever ideas of security that you had based on child conditioning, your trauma, your experiences, social conditioning, that you were holding yourself back and you were depriving yourself of true happiness and contentment. For you, your happiness was contingent upon the things that you had, the things you were holding in your hands, the sort of tangible experience that was consistent or that was predictable and reliable, that felt safe. But it was safe because it was familiar and it wasn't changing. But it wasn't conducive to your spiritual growth and to love. Because love is not about control or fear or anxiety. Love is about freedom. It is a freedom energy. If you are afraid of losing someone, you don't really love them. When we have a lot of fear, it can block the way that or can warp the way that we express love. Right? It may come out as anger, frustration, or bitterness, or possessiveness. Love and fear are not of the same frequency. They're two different stratas altogether. Fear is at the base or the root chakra of the body, where you defecate and remove waste, and love is your crown chakra, right? Pineal gland, crown chakra, the top of your head, right? Where you receive like cosmic downloads, where your energy is elevated, where you have the opportunity to ascend and transcend based on the way that you think, your ideologies, your beliefs, right? Your values. So yeah, you guys could have been afraid or angry or fearful, which is the opposite of the love frequency. Earthly power, Taurus energy, King of Pentacles. No, I'm sorry, this is the Emperor. This is the Emperor. You see here 4 Pentacles. This is like stability, consistency, which can create fear because you don't want to lose your power. But because you were afraid of losing your power, you lost it. You never had it in the first place. If you really have power, you're not really afraid of losing it because it comes from within, right? It belongs to you. If your power doesn't belong to you, then you don't really have any power. That is the 2nd house, 8th house polarity point, Taurus and Scorpio. Personal possessions and values, and the 8th house representing other people's possessions and power, right? So if you need to control other people in order to feel powerful, or you need to have complete control over your environment to feel safe, then you don't really have any power. You're living in a space of fear, or you're coming from a place of fear and lack. Which is why even though this person is an emperor with earthly power, it's still earthly power. Earthly power is very limiting, is very restricting. And again, it could be fear-based, because in order for you to maintain earthly power, you have to be focused on like earthly things, tangibles, possessions that are not real. They're transient. They don't really have any value. Your real value comes from yourself. So this is someone who's like potentially very materialistic or superficial, and they believe that their value is tied to what they have or what they own or how much money they make or how they look. That is not the full story. That's a part of it, but it's not the full story. If you think it is the full story, then you're going to be fearful of losing your power or your valuables or your money. And so you'll like start to self-destruct in a sense. You'll become self-destructive because you're resistant to changing your relationship to those things that you have used to validate yourself. This is Taurus. This is wealth. Wow. Whoa, you guys have cracked the code. Somebody's cracked the code. You go from 2 pentacles to 10 pentacles and the Emperor. You've cracked the code. You realize that in order for you to attract abundance and opportunity and love and freedom, you have to resonate with the frequency of love and not fear or hatred or animosity or jealousy or anger or resistance. You must be open and adaptable and malleable, right? It's interesting that this Emperor card has 4 pentacles here, which is quite appropriate. I've never seen the Emperor depicted in this way, but it makes absolute sense. And look at how he's holding that pentacle in his hand. He's holding it over his heart. So this is someone who's, again, attached to their things to the point where it's blocking their heart chakra. And the heart chakra is love. And because they've blocked their heart chakra, they've disconnected from source, from God, from intuition, from spirit, from faith. They've lost faith in themselves. Even with all the things they have around them, or maybe they've lost everything that they once held dear. Their job, their house, their car, their marriage, their career, their money. And they were forced to let go of these things in order to discover their inherent value without those things. But in order to do that, you had to realize that you didn't love yourself. There was a lack of self-love here. There was fear, attachment, separation, competition, jealousy perhaps, anxiety, jealousy again. And that was preventing you from sustaining whatever you had cultivated or whatever you had built for yourself. There was the fear kind of destroyed your reality at some point. It's almost like somebody who has everything, who has all the money in the world, but they're still miserable and they're still fearful. They can't trust people because, are you using me for my money? They can't trust women. They can't trust men. They're drinking too much, partying too much. There's no discipline. There's no self-care. It's just straight up gluttony and waste disguised as self-care. And that's not the case. So you guys are creating some sort of balance. I'm giving multiple examples because I'm speaking to the general audience. But yeah, I'm just giving analogies of how this could manifest. But you go from 2 pentacles to wealth and the Emperor. But now your wealth is, you go from 9 pentacles here, which is self-love. And this is facing the Hermit. This is 2 Virgo energies here. 2 Virgo energies. This 9 of Pentacles is holding onto a parrot or bird, which is a messenger, right? This is communication. This is higher minded stuff, right? Seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective. And thus the journey to enlightenment began. And you realize that, oh, the reason why my external reality is not the way I want it to be is because I'm resonating on a frequency of fear, of lack, of anger, of frustration, of shame. In order for me to get here, I gotta change my perspective. Wheel of Fortune. I mentioned opportunity today in the beginning of the reading, right? This is Jupiter energy. Jupiter is a planet of opportunity. It's the planet of changing your perspectives in order to get what you want out of life. Being flexible, being fluid, being mutable, right? Being optimistic, having faith. This has nothing to do with fear. Jupiter has nothing to do with fear. Okay? Jupiter is about risk taking a chance on yourself, believing in yourself, having faith that you can accomplish certain goals regardless of Saturnian circumstances. And what are Saturnian circumstances? Poverty, divorce, fear, lack, shame, drudgery, slavery, right? Isolation, abuse. You could have experienced all of this while you were younger, or, at some sort of formative stage of your development as a young adult. You experienced all of this. And then maybe you amassed some sort of success or, some sort of comfort in your career or business or your relationships. But at some point, it all fell apart. You couldn't hold it together. Like, no matter how much or how hard you worked or how hard you tried, like, the pieces kept falling apart for some reason. And it was because you were not resonating on a high frequency. So you could not control your environment because you had no control over your energy. You couldn't control the outcomes or your material resources or your happiness because you had no control over your energy and your frequency. You lost faith in yourself, hence the reason why you were so fearful and angry and anxious in the first place. Clarify harmonious change and the material gain card, please. Harmonious change and material gain for the collective. How does this pertain to creating opportunities for yourself? You are creating opportunities by pouring into yourself, nurturing yourself, elevating your frequency to that of love and freedom and fearlessness and courage and having a sense of purpose. It's like a sense of interconnectivity with source and the universe. Like, not seeing yourself separated from love. Like, you are love. You are prosperity. You are abundance. You're love, prosperity, and abundance. As I'm saying that, my hand's itching, which means that you guys may be getting some sort of money soon. I don't know, business loan or paycheck. I have no idea. But yeah, you're love. You are the source of your own prosperity. The Six of Swords, earned success. The Knight of Cups, Pisces energy, traveling and movement. The Chariot card, this is divine movement, aligning with your purpose. It's almost like Ace of Cups, yeah, self-love. It's almost like you're off to the races. You guys could have had really fixed, stuck, and stagnant energy the entire time. You couldn't move and you didn't know why. This is like chronic depression, again, bitterness, resentfulness, why me-ness, woe is me, self-pity. And now you're moving out of that space. We have the Six of Swords, which indicates movement. This is Venus energy, Venus in Aquarius, right? Then we have the Knight of Cups, which is Pisces energy, mutable water energy, which is more movement. This is about having faith in yourself, self-love again, self-sacrifice. Also unifying and connecting with source, not seeing yourself as separate from others or from your goals. It's like you guys went through an experience that really shut you down. It shut down your heart chakra and it puts you all the way down to your root chakra, which is like our primal instincts: fear, survival, anger, lust, frustration. It brought you all the way down. So your whatever you had acquired or accumulated at that time is probably gone by now. It's disappeared, or it's become like an albatross for you, whether it's a relationship that you got into because you were mad at somebody else or you were insecure, or a career path you went on because you were trying to, minimize the damage of losing a job, and now you're acting out of fear. I don't want to be broke, so let me just take this job. You're getting out of that. Chariot and the Six of Swords, it's all movement. Ace of Cups, self-love. This is self-love here. We have 3 rings. Number 3 represents Jupiter, opportunity, expansion, growth. Jupiter here too. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Now let's get into the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit card, please. Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit card for the collective. So you have walked away from or detached from a situation, and now you're like on your way. You haven't reached your destination yet, but now you'll get there much quicker. Hangman, yeah. A change of perspective, enlightenment. We have the Hermit and the Hangman, right? These are polarity points. This is the faith, belief, works, applied faith, applied belief, right? So your daily lifestyle should reflect your belief systems and your values. This is like religious faith, potentially, right? Or having like these rituals where on a daily basis you do things that show your faith, that cultivate your faith, that strengthen your faith in yourself and source and your vision. You realize that you were the source of your own problems. Yes, things happened to you or around you, but those experiences were orchestrated by Spirit to force you to connect with who you truly are, with your love frequency. A lot of you were operating out of fear and ego for many years. Fear and ego for many years. And you could have become successful at some point, right? Mike Tyson is an example of this. So before Mike Tyson became successful, he had a lot of childhood trauma. And because of his childhood trauma, he developed this massive ego of being a savage, a warrior. And he's a Cancer sun sign. So he became extra overprotective of himself to the point where he became a bully. And he started to become self-destructive and take what he wanted instead of respecting other people's boundaries. He became an animal. He admitted himself. That brought him a certain level of success where he became the heavyweight champion of the world, all this wealth, all this fame, access to women, money, celebrities, all this stuff. But at some point, because his success was a manifestation of his ego, which was from a lower frequency, it started to destroy him. It started to eat him alive, right? He started to use drugs and be promiscuous, and he started to lose his discipline, and he lost everything. He lost everything because of his strong ego, his toxic ego, because of his fear, his anger, his bitterness, anxiety, all those low frequency things that get you your primal needs. It gets you sex. It can get you money, right? But you won't be able to hold on to it. You won't have really any power like that. Or if you do have power, you'll use it to destroy yourself after destroying people around you. It becomes inverted. We have the Ten of Swords. Ruin. Yeah. Wow. Oh, it's not funny. I'm just looking at the messages as I just explained how Mike Tyson ruined everything. He lost everything. You guys could have lost everything. You had the career, you had the marriage, you had the family, you had the this and the third. And because of your ego, your fear, your self-hatred, you destroyed all of it. This is what happened to Martel Holt from Love Around Huntsville. He had the wife, the kids, the beautiful home, businesses. And because of his, all of these things were attained from a place of ego and competition and self-loathing, right? I'm going to prove to the world that I'm good enough. Because he had attained his success from that frequency, that standpoint, it was only a matter of time before he destroyed it. It was inevitable. Okay? So we have the Three of Swords beneath that too. Right? Pain, fear, anger, low vibration stuff. The Moon card, same thing. Clarify the earthly person, earthly power, sorry. This is the Emperor. Earthly power and the Wealth card, please. This is so dope. You're going to manifest this if you don't have this. If you already have it, you're going to realize that this is not enough for you to be content and happy. You want real love, which is not just based on what you have and what you possess and what you own, how big your car is or how big your house is. It doesn't matter. You need the whole package. The inside must match the outside. So you have all the external things that represent power and possession and value, but you don't have it internally. Temperance, yes. Healing, internal, external. Queen of Pentacles. Who's this? Three of Pentacles, material work. Right. We go from the Four of Pentacles here with this Emperor to the Three. And the King of Cups. Yes, 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 yes. King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Counterparts. Right? This is you again realizing that, yes, I have the money, the car, the house, da-da-da. But without real love, it's not fulfilling for me. So you're shifting your focus from external validation or external sources of wealth, aka your car, your house, your money, to internal sources of wealth. Right? Or this is vice versa. This is you realizing that you deserve more than what you have. You guys can have low self-esteem when it comes to money or values. So you could have struggled financially for many years, right? We have the Three of Pentacles here, the Hangman, Ten of Swords. You could have struggled a lot. Two of Pentacles. There's a lot of financial instability. Not feeling safe or grounded or like your needs will be met. That's shifting now. It's changing. So if you already have a lot, now you'll have love too, right? If you have a lot of possessions and money, you'll understand the value of love. Either familial love or platonic friendship love or love of self or love of a romantic partner. But you're going to elevate to the love frequency instead of the fear, anxiety, possessiveness, greed frequency, okay? You're doing a lot of work to heal yourself, which is great. Let me get another card, please. Spirit guides, please continue this message. How will opportunities show up for the collective, over the next 24 to 48 hours from the time they're watching this video? How will opportunities manifest? Please continue this message. Please continue. I'm hearing gratitude. Please and thank you. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And enlightenment. The Hangman. Pursue spiritual growth. See? This is the crown chakra. You guys are at your root chakra right now. So even if you're broke, you're still at your root chakra. If you have a lot of money, you can still be at your root chakra, which is about, again, our primal needs. Scorpio does represent money too, but other people's money, not your own money. Opportunity knocks. Go for it. I didn't even know this card was in this deck. There's an opportunity for enlightenment, competition, and what else is on here? Celebration, that go and have fun. Yeah, there's an opportunity for enlightenment, perhaps courtesy of this reading. We'll get an angel message. And then we'll close it out. Thank you guys for your patience and your support. Spirit guides, what opportunities are coming for the collective for the next 24 to 48 hours as it pertains to this story? Opportunities for the collective, please. Three, taking chances, wheel of fortune. Success, knowledge, friendship, impatience, freedom, optimism, opportunity, Jupiter, freedom. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. That is how you create opportunities or how you manifest opportunities, by doing something differently. But you have to change your perspective in order to do things from a different point of view, or to have a different way of doing things. So if you have the same perspective, you'll keep making the same mistakes, or you'll keep doing the same things, right? You'll get into sort of habit or routine that you're afraid of changing because it's safe, it's predictable. So no new opportunities are going to come your way because you're still doing the same things that kept you in the current circumstances that you don't want to be in. Whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. Creativity is Venus, okay? Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. This could be a job offer, it could be a relationship offer, it could be friendship. Willpower, achievement, success, striving forward, prosperity, go-getters, Jupiter energy. Courage, luck. I mentioned opportunities. That's also Jupiter energy. Wow. Significant events are on the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal or change is coming up. You're destined for greatness because you've aligned with that frequency. And greatness is subjective or relative. So my idea of greatness may not be your idea of greatness, right? So yeah, don't worry about other people's idea of success and greatness. That may not be for you, right? Some people want to be famous. Some people don't. Some people want $1 billion. Some people don't. Some people want to get married. Some don't. So your idea of success is, it's authentic for you. It is for you. Don't look at other people's success, their life, their happiness, whatever. Focus on yourself and your own happiness. If someone else's happiness makes you unhappy, that is a problem. If someone else's happiness triggers you in some way, in a negative way, that is an issue. And that issue is going to block you or prevent you from attracting wealth, abundance, love, prosperity, opportunities, etc. Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you want to order a personal reading, the link is in the description box. I look forward to reading your feedback. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.